Since 2002, Top Gear has been airing on BBC as one of the biggest motoring shows ever made. It covered various aspects of cars including reviews, news and stunts. However, over the years, the show has undergone various changes and controversies that have affected its popularity and reputation. From host changes to near-death accidents, Top Gear has seen it all, although what's next to come could be its biggest challenge yet. One of the most significant changes in the show's history occurred in 2015, when the three presenters, Jeremy Clarkson, Richard Hammond and James May, left the show after Clarkson was involved in a physical altercation with one of the producers. The trio went on to create their own show, The Grand Tour, which followed basically the same format as Top Gear. This departure was a significant blow to the show's fans and the BBC, who had to find new presenters to continue the programme. While The Grand Tour was having good success, the BBC announced that Chris Evans would be taking over the realm of Top Gear. And then after that, 1 year later exactly, Matt LeBlanc, Chris Harris and Roy Reid took over. These guys brought a fresh perspective to the programme and introduced new features such as star in a reasonably fast car, and there was the Extra Gear spin-off show. However, despite their best efforts, the new presenters just struggled to replicate the chemistry and humour of the previous trio. In 2018, LeBlanc announced that he'll be leaving the show after the 26th series, so they had to get new hosts, and that was exactly what they did. In 2019, the BBC announced that Paddy McGuinness, Andrew Flintoff, would be the new host of the show alongside Chris Harris, a fan favourite, who had been on the show since 2016. The trio was a hit with the fans, and new presenters also had excellent chemistry, and their banter and humour brought a fresh perspective to the show. Although it seemed a bit harsh from time to time, people still felt like it wasn't the same as original Top Gear. And funnily enough, a lot of fans said the same about the Grand Tour. But since then, fans have generally praised the show for its humour and chemistry, while others have criticised the show for being too scripted and lacking the spontaneity and the humour of the previous presenters. The quality of filmmaking, as well as the locations and the challenges, as well as Chris Harris being Chris Harris, the show is still in a good position. In spite of all these changes, Top Gear is still one of the most popular motoring shows in the world. The departure of the previous trio was a significant blow, but the new presenters have brought a fresh perspective and introduced new features that have been keeping the show relevant. So other than a few odd episodes, the show has been going alright. In my personal opinion, I will say that the most recent series of Top Gear was an excellent one, especially the episodes when they got the youngsters and basically turned them into racers and mechanics. And with that in mind, it was safe to say that Top Gear is finally on the right track. Until they weren't. In December 2022, host Freddie Flintoff was involved in a car accident while filming, where the Morgan three-wheeler he was driving lost control and rolled over. Thankfully, the accident was not at high speed, and even greater, Flintoff's injuries are not life-threatening, and he was attended immediately to the trackside help and was taken to hospital for further treatment. Although 4 months long, and with reports that Freddie Flintoff could be leaving the show because of the accident, the BBC decided to hold filming indefinitely. Now this could mean anything. We may just have a delay like we did when Richard Hammond had his accident back in 2006. Although with the bad press that Top Gear gets for not being the same as the original trio, they may not bother. Although personally I think some time off would definitely benefit the show, plus it would give Chris Harris's back a break from carrying it. This could be a good opportunity for them to adapt the show and fix the weaker points. I know as a car guy, and as many other enthusiasts may agree with me, I feel like they should do more car related things. As, truth be told, Top Gear isn't like what it once was, and that's a good thing. I kinda like how they're finally going to start doing their own thing. You don't feel like they're trying to copy anything. And as a result, I think a more car focused program would benefit the show greatly. And let's be honest, the over the top adventure stuff was just dumb and cringeworthy at most of it. If they did more car reviews and more stay laugh times, then they would be on the right path, and maybe do the occasional special here and there. Now, the whole Crash Bang Wallop fans left Top Gear for the Grand Tour and other shows, although all the car enthusiasts, well I think most of them anyway, stayed because at the end of the day, it's about cars, they like cars, it's something they're into, and there's a good chance that a great generation of car enthusiasts appreciate and respect the opinion of Chris Harris himself, and so they'll do all they can to support him. I'm one of them. So overall, do I think the show's gonna die? No, I don't think it will, to be honest. But I do think that the show will be back again with maybe some host replacements. I don't really know who, but maybe you get Matt Watson or Alex Kirsten. But other than that, I hope the show comes back with a bit more of a car-focused theme. Now, in fairness, some of you may think that Top Gear was dead since 2015, but for the people who stayed around, what do you think of the show? Do you think that a more car-focused idea could work, or do you think they should just carry on with whatever they do? Now, for the people who say just bring back Clarkson, Hamilton, May, let's be honest, they're never coming back. Why would they? Why go to being paid less, having to worry about their political views, and basically just do the same thing for less of an award, when instead that they can just stick on Amazon and retire in the next few years? But look, that's just me rambling on. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you all for watching. Hope to see you all very, very soon.